Well, happy Monday and happy Labor Day, everyone. So, hope you're having a great weekend. Boy, it has been really, really nice, and love to catch up and see how you're doing. Hello right away to Michael and Gail and Tom. So nice to see you popping in here, and let me know again where you're listening from. And today we are on the sailboat here, as you see, and I pre-recorded a little bit for you because it's a little windy today, and it may not pick up the guitar quite so well. So no worries. We got a little bit pre-done for you. And a couple of things I want to let you know. A couple changes. Those of you who live in Illinois, we are postponing the two Illinois shows that were in September to the spring. But I am planning on doing my Saturday after Thanksgiving concert in November. That's in Downers Grove every year, and we are planning on going ahead with that. That will be both live and cybercast, so you can watch from your home, or if you're in the Downers Grove area, we'll be at the First Congregational Church. So I just want to let you know on that. And just today, I got another offer for a live stream concert, and that'll be October 9th. That's not posted yet, so it'll be coming up pretty soon. Just check my regular links page that I have listed for you there, and it should be up probably tomorrow. Also tomorrow we're going to have a new episode of Acoustic Sailing on YouTube. So just a couple more hellos, and then we'll hop in. And I also want to just really let you know that this Labor Day, I tell you, I am so thankful to the people who are doing all sorts of types of work. So if you're in one of those jobs where you don't really like your job, it is probably, there's somebody who appreciates you more than you know. And I'm thinking about how lucky I am that when people appreciate what I do, they cheer and stand up and clap, and not everyone gets that kind of a response to doing their work. And I think this is a time that we should really let people know how much we appreciate them. And also, as we've been traveling, there's been more than one restaurant that says closed due to lack of help. And so we would love to get everyone working again, and just the people who are working are so appreciated now more than ever. So that's great. So hi Larry, nice to see you popping in as well. And I'm not seeing everyone from Facebook popping in, but I'm generally getting the people from the fan Facebook, the Muriel Anderson guitar Facebook. So pop on over to that if you're on the other Facebook page. And hope you're having some nice time with family, or had some nice time with family. And keep, while I'm doing the pre-recorded bit, go ahead and text in, and I'll be able to text you live from right here in the boat. Okay, so here's a little bit. You can catch what our scenery was like a little bit earlier on. So here we go. So we'll see if this works. We are in the Muscle Ridge Islands in central Maine. Beautiful area, just surrounded by little islands with nothing but birds. The occasional seal you may see in the distance behind me. They're kind of shy, the seals and the little harbor dolphins, but occasionally you'll see one pop up there. And we may get the occasional lobster boat, so we may have a little rolling here from time to time. But I'll play a couple tunes, then I'll show you around. Last Monday I had a request for this one. This was Bells for Marcel. of you know the story behind that. I wrote that in honor of Marcel, who we had lost on TWA Flight 800 some time ago. And I wrote it kind of in his style. And when I recorded it for his family, it was recorded outdoors, and these church bells went off at the same time. And strangely enough, the bells were in time and in tune with every note of the piece until I hit the last note, and at that moment the last church bell chimed. So I hadn't played it for some time and finally relearned it and added these little harmonics to kind of indicate those church bell parts, kind of imitate those. So that's how it turned into Bells for Marcel. And there's another tune. I just realized, I had looked it up and found out that this has gotten more views than anything else online. And it's really encouraging that people, I think, are looking for real music. And this was a really inspired piece. It was recorded for my Nightlight Daylight CD just after I wrote it. I think 2 days after I wrote it, I recorded this tune. So the emotion was still fresh in the tune. And I was working with Brian Allen, who was my photo artist for this project. So he did the front and the back cover. Oh, look at this. Just caught a fish here. This cormorant, that's what this, and this other cormorant is chasing after him. He wants that fish. Wow. Just wanted you to catch that moment. If I see some other activity on the flip side, I'll flip the camera around again. Oh, here, one just dove down. Let me see if he comes up with a fish. Hang on. Let's check that out. Oh. That looks like this one's checking out. Whoa. No, he missed it. Another cormorant went down. Let's see if he comes up with a fish. Looks like this is where the fish activity is here. On the flip side. One more coming down. Let's see. Let's watch him. Oh, no fish on that for that cormorant. Well, of course, I don't know what's going on behind me. You'll see that before I do. Well, here we go. So I wrote this tune when I was in the process of doing the artwork, actually, after I'd recorded the rest of the album. And I started sort of getting a warm spot for my photo artist who I was working with, Brian Allen, and I wrote this tune for him, not knowing if I would see him again. So it has a little bit of that nostalgia, that great time we had together in doing the artwork, finding just the right dandelion to photograph, and then towards the end there's a little bit of a sense of optimism. Well, maybe we will get to see each other again. Maybe that things will happen between us. And sure enough, well, Brian and I are together on this boat now, years later, still together, and still very much a couple. So it's wonderful to have a good ending for this song. So the thing that indicates that little bit of optimism is where I went down on one note the other times. Then on the reprise, it's one note, I go up on the note instead of moving down in the phrase. And see if you catch that moment where there's a sense of optimism to the tune. So really cool that people are downloading it and listening to it and getting a good response. So people are feeling the realness of the music recorded just after it was written. So this is called Dandelions. I'll do just a little intro. There we go. I don't know if I've told the real story behind the phrasing before, so this will be, I guess, the first time I've talked about it. It's kind of personal, you know, in a way. I don't always share those things, but this is Monday Live. We can do whatever we want to here. So let me show you around a little bit, and then I'll pick up my harp guitar, and maybe I'll switch directions. All the fishing action seems to be on the other side. Of course, wouldn't you know, as soon as I switch, I bet the birds will decide to fish on the opposite side. So here we have this lovely little island here, and we are really surrounded by a whole archipelago of little islands, little outcroppings of rock where the birds like to sit and watch for fish. There's our new solar panel. Thank you, Don Gaynor, for that, contributing. And thank you to all of our patrons who are really making this possible. To do this, bring this to you. Those look like laughing gulls. You don't see laughing gulls everywhere.
Those are not laughing gulls.
Oh, Brian says they're not laughing gulls. Here, they've terns. That's what they are. These are terns. They've settled on the dinghy. Now, the dinghy is what's been making that splashing sound behind us. The dinghy's name is Where's Andy? Named after Brian's great friend and neighbor. They've done many sailing expeditions together. And this is the first time the terns have landed on Where's Andy. They're making quite a racket here. And Where's Andy has been loyally following behind the sailboat. Sailboat's name is Avocet. And if you see it, if you happen to be in Maine and you see Avocet sailing by, that is us. And so long turn. Where's Andy has gotten away many times, and we've had to turn back and retrieve him. He is still following behind us, so we're happy to have him so we can get to shore. And here we are. That is the rest of the islands here. Okay, Muscle Ridge around us. Yeah. I have my harp. I have my carbon fiber harp guitar. Both the instruments are carbon fiber, the McPherson and the Emerald harp guitar. And I've got my Muriel trebles on the top, the attachable trebles. So we'll see if we can have a little bird accompaniment with this one. This is Nightlights.